Welcome to Indian Thoughts, Shining Wings channel. Kindly tune to our website for hundreds of motivational stories in text, audio, and video. Episode 7, The Greatest of Miracles. It's estimated that there are precisely 72,000 nadis or energy channels in any human body. The size of most of these are below 1 by 1,000th of a hair. The energy that flows through also is too subtle, hard for a man-made machine to read. There are holistic therapies like acupressure and acupuncture that repair nadis and heals physical disorders. Today, not only nadis but also chakras that control it and body cells that emit light are studied extensively. Bioenergy field that appears around a body is understood to be the result of many thousands of light waves that each body cell emits at various frequencies. Human analysis is limited to a few closer layers of the aura. Still, there are machines that certify the presence of more subtle layers. According to my understanding, the end of science is religion and the end of religion is science. It's like a cycle. There are nearly 7 theories on the formation of the universe. Whatever be the truth, the universe behaves in such a way that every particle in it gets a feeling that the entire creation is just for it. A fact quite impossible for human brains to contain. The most mysterious among mysteries. Universal care is the same with atheists and theists. It's the same for religionists and communists, men and women, black and white, short and long. Have any one of you ever experienced the presence of a consciousness around you? Carl Jung, a very popular psychoanalyst, has written about a collective consciousness which appears to each as personal consciousness. He says that it communicates with us, sometimes through luminosity in some directions, sometimes through accidental coincidences, and some other times through intuitive energies surfing within. He affirms that all our decisions are influenced by this consciousness and it also interacts with us through other elements of the universe, which too are parts of the same consciousness. Instead of calling this energy universe, we are free to call it by any name as done by various religious sects and thought schools. I prefer to call it by no name but a level of consciousness, the highest consciousness. Here the story published in the 1948 issue of Reader's Digest. Marcel Sternberger, a photographer, decided to visit a sick friend and he took a noon tray which he had never taken. As he got it, a young man got up to leave. He took his place and struck up a conversation with the passenger beside him. He asked him what business he has got in New York. The man said that he was searching for his wife. Because Marcel looked quite intrigued, the other man said that he is from Hungary and during the war he was taken away and made to work in Ukraine, burying the German dead. He further said that he somehow managed to escape. He continued his sad story telling him that he could not find his wife there. He was not sure if she was taken to Auschwitz gas ovens or belonged to those who were served by the Americans and taken to USA. Marcel Sternberg asked him what the name of the lady was. Maria Paskin, he said. Sternberger took out his wallet and further took out a piece of paper from it. There he heard the name and number of a lady searching for her husband, whom he had met some time back during a party. The story that she shared also looked more or less the same. The name of the man she was looking for was one Bella Paskin, as given in the note. It was the end of a long journey of prayerful search to both Paskins. There were many unanswered questions for Marshal Sternberger. Why did he choose the midday train which he never before had taken? He was not used to traveling anywhere during working hours. Why did he happen to get that particular seat in that busy train? Why did he happen to meet Maria Paskin in that party? And why did he choose to take down her details? Why did he happen to strike a conversation with Bella? His questions never would have ceased. So would be ours too if we have ever spotted a similar inexplicable development in our life. There are people who call this accidental coincidence. Neither science nor religion has any explanation for it. If ever somebody asks me which is the greatest of knowledge, I will never hesitate to answer that it is the knowledge to communicate with things and nature. Perhaps through the luminance in some direction, sometimes through people appearing in our lives for varying reasons and unexpected situations developing around us, consciousness is communicating with us. The one who lives in the awareness of God and consciousness care is never defeated. If we are unable to tune to God's tidings, the problem is not with God but with us. Thank you all for patiently watching this. Meet you again.